want? Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, it was just so hard. Like, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this pumping stuff, and I'd be like, all right, so this is where we're at, and then like by the time I got
Did she not tell you that it wasn't working?
she did, but she texted me. I didn't check my phone because I was trying so hard to like, okay, this is going nice, this is what's going on.
I should at some point ask, no, there's got to be a mute button on here.
Kate's playing defense right now. So look well.
I'm calling the game. You want one of these? You can be my color commentator. I will put you on. Maybe the next game.
All right, a minute and a half left in the warm-ups before this match against the Boulder Rough Riders. Tigers did beat them in Boulder in our first meeting earlier this season. Only missing one today. Teague is out. Our starting goalie is going to be Landon. And it sounds like we do have a change in lineup. Tate is going to be moving back to defense, so we'll keep an eye on that. Not sure if that means they'll slide someone else up to forward, but we'll see how it goes. Only one game for the boys this weekend, so nothing to hold back. Going all out today. Looking for a little more jump. I got to watch the game on the road last Sunday, and the feedback from the crowd that was there was they just looked a little bit slower than normal, so hopefully they got that back. Watching practice this week, they definitely did a lot of full ice drills to try and get their legs back under them for today. Looks like we got Colton skating at us. He'll be out there on the first line with AJ and Miles as his wingers. Josh and Jared are going to be your defensemen to start this game. 16 minutes on the clock. Ref checks to make sure the goalies are set. And here we go. Puck stays there. Colton able to skate out and pick it up. Sends that one toward the net early, so first shot on the goal in the first 10 seconds. Always a good way to start the game. That's below the goal line. AJ working on it in the corner. Boulder able to come up with it briefly, but Miles steps up and stops the puck carrier. Boulder forced to take it back below the goal line, behind the net, trying to break it out on the far side. AJ there, pressuring back and turning the puck back deep into the Tigers zone. Colton picks it up, leaves it on the boards. AJ again tries to get it, but Boulder the other direction. He does lose his skates, and so Miles gets it, taps it to Jared. Jared across to Josh. Josh sends that up ice, misses on the pass, and they are going to call that icing. They say no, as some of the Tigers did go for a change here. Miles working in the corner as two attackers join. That's going to be Brody joining Miles in the corner with Henry as your center. Miles goes in, takes the shot. The goalie's going to eat that up for a face-off with 15:02 in the first. Solid start for these Tigers. It is Henry at center, Brody on your near side wing. Your new defensemen are going to be Jax and Tate getting his first game action at center. That's Easton on the, or Tate, I'm sorry, first game action on defense. Easton is your right wing, Brody left wing. Henry as your center, as Boulder able to break out here. And that shot sent high into the glass behind the net. Tigers battling in the corner to try and peel the puck off the stick and get a breakout going. That's Brody pestering. Easton came in and helped out. That was Tate. Jax helping out, get that puck out of the corner there. So pressuring there is Henry, able to get the puck. It does get caught on the boards, and now Boulder again on the breakout here. Jack's stepping up to it. Tate steering the puck carrier to the far side. Centering pass there for Boulder. He can't get the shot off. That was Hunter able to step up and take the puck carrier off the puck. Easton now trying to hold the zone. Hunter collects, gets it deep into the corner. Tigers on the change as Hunter turns it back. Centering pass there does not connect, gets to the far side of the ice. Working there, Tigers do gather the puck briefly in the corner. Now second man to the puck does get it, tries the centering pass, and again can't get it through clean, so Boulder back the other direction. That's Marshall pressuring the puck carrier there. Made him step, the second Tiger to the puck carrier, able to knock the puck off the stick. And Hunter pushing the puck up the ice. Steven gathers it. He's going to buy time as Hunter goes for a change. Steven working in the corner. That puck comes up the boards. Marshall not able to hold the zone there, so Cruin onto the ice on the far side D. Comes across, gets the puck, takes it below the goal line. Puck comes up as far as the face-off dot, and now toward the point more, banked back deep by the Boulder. AJ on the ice at forward, along with Steven, who tried to lay the hit there. I believe that was Steven or Colton, as the Tigers head up the ice. Gaining the zone with speed. Trying to figure out who that is on our far side wing. That might have been Hunter, no. I believe that was Hunter on your far side wing. He got it deep, got the change. So AJ pressuring in the corner with the help of Colton. Batted down there. Great stick by Miles. Now just trying to get it deep. Could have been a trip. They say no. Colton collects. He's going to create space at center ice, turn the puck up, and gain the zone with speed. He's got AJ to his left. Takes the shot, misses far side. AJ steps up, tries to get the centering pass to Miles. Boulder able to get a stick in, but sent toward the net there by Josh. So puck back deep in the zone. Goalie did lose his stick. That'll be sent down for an icing with 12:01 in the first period. This face-off is going to be Gavin Easton and Henry. Your defense is going to be Jax and Tate. Henry set for the face-off. Easton skates in. That puck gets poked out by Boulder, but Jax steps up and sends it to the far side. Gavin sweeps it back below the goal line, where Henry's going to work, Easton working there to get to it. Stick lift there effective for Boulder. Henry didn't have a good handle on his stick, and so they're able to come the other direction. Landon sends that one into the corner. Poked out to the boards, and picking it up on the boards does Henry. Henry sends it to Gavin, and then Boulder able to get it out. Dumped in deep by the Tigers. Working a bit of dump and chase here. Held at the blue line by Jax, backhanded in deep. Gets it to the center. Gavin gets a shot on, and a good opportunity created there by Jax, able to hold it at the blue line. Gavin skates in and takes a high-quality shot with 11-11 in the first. Whole lot of ones on the clock. Stevens set to take the face-off with Hunter to his left, Preston to his right. And that would have been Preston earlier that I thought was Hunter. But Preston to the right, Hunter to the left, Gavin back on defense, Jared to the right side there as the ref swaps out our center. One back, and Jared can't quite get to it, poked by the Boulder player. Landon able to make the save on the breakaway opportunity there for Boulder. And across the blue line, Preston sends that deep into the zone. Boulder's got it on their stick, sends it cross ice. And so Cruin and Jared going to have to do work again. That one was going to go high. Landon gloves it and says, let's have a face-off. Looks like it's going to be Brody, if I'm seeing correctly, Brody, Miles, and Colton possibly. Josh out there on defense, as Jack also on defense. So Jack and Josh are your defensemen. It is Brody, Colton, and Miles on the ice at forward as Colton takes that into the zone. Tries to get it, but stick gets in the way. Comes up the boards for Boulder. Losing his skates is Brody, but Colton gets there, takes a shot to the near side where the goalie was waiting. And so we'll have a face-off. Coach sending out a couple new defensemen here. Jack and Josh headed off the ice. Jax and Tate headed on. As Colton gets set to drop the puck with Miles in front of the net. Brody on the boards. Puck stays where it's at, tapped out, and Boulder there to send it up ice. They chip it up the boards. Backhand attempt by Jax there. Tate skates, takes a look, chips it back below the goal line across to his defensive partner. Up the boards there, trying to set up the breakout are the Tigers, but sent back in. Nice little pass there, went to Miles, back to Colton, back to Miles. Miles takes the shot and right into the goalie's gut, so we'll have a face-off in front of the net. And the Tigers will send out a fresh 5. Looks like it will be Cruin on defense with Marshall. AJ up front with Easton. AJ near side wing, Easton far side wing. I believe our center here is Henry. As Henry does twist that to Easton. Easton back to Marshall. Marshall able to send that in deep. AJ's going to have to work in the corner to dig that out. He misses on the first attempt. Boulder able to get it up and out of the zone where Henry collects it. He's going to skate it the other direction and create some space. Sends it up to AJ. AJ now using his legs to try and gain the zone. That is offsides by a whole bunch. And so we'll have a face-off. Easton just jumped the blue line as AJ couldn't get a lane to get in as quick as Easton had hoped. Boulder wins that back. AJ is going to pressure as Boulder sends that up the boards. Kruin collects it, gets it up to center ice. Sent to the far side where Boulder whacks it up the boards. Henry has it, and Boulder steps up, able to send it back the other direction and make a change. Marshall skating around below the goal line. He's got time and space. Sends it up the boards and out of the zone where Henry collects it. Puck now into the far end of the ice. It's a race to get there. Boulder sends it below the goal line, and that'll go up into the netting behind. With 8:44 in the first period, Tigers again going to send out 4 new skaters this time. Must add a defenseman, and did. Jared just joined the action. So Jared on defense with Josh. Hunter on your near side wing. Steven going to take the face-off with Gavin to his far side. Puck dropped, had a heck of a bounce. That comes back to Jared, who keeps it in the zone, gets it down deep. It's below the goal line where the Tigers are going to work to get it back. Sent around the near side by Boulder. Josh able to get that across ice. Hunter's going to have to go work to get it. It does come to the near side, and good contact there by the Tigers, although the refs, I think, are going to call a penalty on that one. And so the Tigers are going to have to go on the penalty kill with 8:22. They got Steven, I assume, for roughing. Nope, that looks like a cross check. So cross check on Steven at 8:22 in the first. Penalty kill unit right now is going to be Josh, Jared, Hunter, and Henry. One back by Boulder strong. D-to-D pass works. He skates in. That shot sent high up into the netting behind the goal. And so we'll try another face-off. That only burned 6 seconds of this penalty. One back again by Boulder. Make the DDD pass here, but don't connect, so not a clean shot. Henry pressuring the puck carrier, keeping anything from happening. That comes back to the D. Boulder thought about sending it up the boards, and here, effective. The Tigers just pinning it to kill that time. Henry comes away with it and gets it out of the zone for the Tigers. Great effort there by Henry just to get it down to the other end of the ice on this penalty kill, and he'll go for a change as Boulder's trying to regain. We are at 1:23 left on the penalty for the Tigers. And that's Easton onto the ice. He gets it to the net, onto the net to the other end, so Boulder going to have to regain the length of the ice. As Hunter works along the boards, Easton sends it right back down into the zone. And we are 55 seconds left. So far, Tigers penalty kill very effective as AJ able to sweep now onto the ice for the Tigers, the puck the other direction. And just being pesky, keeping them from even getting across center ice until finally they do. But still, Tigers have numbers here. That's off the side of the cage. As we count to 30 seconds left in this penalty. Puck is still loose, comes up to the point. AJ steps to it, can't sweep it past on that far side. I believe that's Marshall now on defense there, and is. So Marshall doing effective work. Boulder can't get a clean shot there, and Landon's going to glove that down with 9 seconds left on this penalty for the Tigers. So far, a solid penalty kill, taking care of business. Colton out onto the ice for the Tigers to finish off this penalty kill with Brody. Josh on your far side D, Jack on your near side D. Boulder again wins that back and out of the zone, and that should do it for this penalty for the Tigers as we count to 2, 1, and 0. Now full strength with 6:20 left in this period. A little bit of a high hit there. They're saying no, letting them play. As the Tigers not quite able to hold the blue line here, but Colton sweeps through the stick of the puck carrier, gets in, gets a shot, doesn't get a shot, misses on the shot. Boulder has a puck below the goal line, gets it up the boards, and a cross ice pass there does work to get it out of the zone, but then they turn it over, give it to Jack, who turns the puck up ice, gets the puck to Colton, who chips it into the zone. Hunter pressures the puck carrier, now Miles on the near side trying to regain the puck for the Tigers. Colton has it, tries a centering pass, instead gets it around the back of the net. Colton recollects. Hunter has it, sends it to Josh. Josh back to Hunter. Hunter to Jack. Jack sends it in toward the net. Colton collects briefly. Josh has it again, sends it toward the net, goes into the corner on that far side. So good pressure here for the Tigers. Can't create any quality chances out of it as Boulder able to finally get the puck out of the zone and into the other end of the ice. They'll send it down and change. As Gavin, who's onto the ice for the Tigers, skates at up ice. Preston now pressures on the far end. Flashing there, coming onto the ice, is Steven. So out of the box with some jump. Steven making it hard for those Boulder players to do anything in their end to get the puck out. Love his energy and grit. Puck comes up the near boards. Gavin had it briefly but couldn't collect it long enough to get a shot off. The Boulder now the other direction. Steven comes hard but can't quite knock the puck carrier off, and Landon will eat up that shot with 4:16 left in the first. Still a 0-0 game. Henry Brody onto the ice for the Tigers, joined by, I believe, Easton. Defense is Tate and Jax. That puck won back by the Tigers. Comes up the boards where Boulder collects it and sends it back deep. Battling in the corners are Brody and Jax. Boulder able to get it to center ice but not do anything with it. Once they got it, their puck sent down the other direction. Doesn't get far enough for an icing as we're just under 4 minutes in the first. Tigers going to try and hold the zone and maybe create an opportunity here. Collecting it is Easton, takes the shot. Doesn't make its way into the net, but Tigers still working. Up high, goalie had to fight that one off. Tigers fighting on the near side boards, and finally puck does come out of the zone. And Brody's feet, he wasn't quite sure where it was. Easton sends it right back into his feet. Hunter skates across there, slows him up some, and Landon battles off that shot with 3:13 in the first. Colton out onto the ice to take this face-off. He's going to have Miles on one side, Henry on the other. Behind him on defense is going to be Cruin. And I believe Marshall on that far side defense. Puck goes toward the sideboards, not real hard. Boulder able to come through with it, stick lift effective there, and so the Tigers able to get it up and out of the zone to Miles, who gets it down the ice quickly. Miles skates it below the goal line, creating some space, looking for an opportunity to center pass, and that puck comes out of the zone. Cruin takes a look over his shoulder, collects the puck, sends it up the boards to Hunter, who's going to gain the zone. Centering pass there. Miles takes the shot, goalie able to fight it off. Backhanded into the corner there by the Tigers, and Boulder comes away with it. Cruin had jumped deeper in. That's Colton coming in hard. Misses the player, hits the boards. And that puck comes up and out. Miles carrying the puck. He'll backhand that down and in. He'll go for a change. New onto the ice on defense are Josh and Jared. Out at forward for Miles is Preston. Effective defense there by Josh. Rubs the player out, takes the puck, and heads the other direction. all by himself, turns, looks for a teammate, backhands to center ice, nobody there. AJ on the ice, he's going to jump the puck carrier who just dumps and changes. So a puck rimmed around, Jared and Preston on that far side trying to get it. Jared has it, flings it back up the boards, out of the zone for Boulder, who wanted the DDD pass. AJ there jumping for it, made him think twice, and sent into the far end. Trying to turn and keep the zone there was Steven on at center, and puck did come out, but able to regain there is Jax. Boulder able to get that out, but AJ is going to be the first to the puck here. He sends it back in deep. Steven's going to pressure below the goal line. He's got AJ's help on the near side. Boulder thinks twice with the skater in front of him. Tries to create space. AJ able to tap that back into the zone. Steven now working along the boards to try and create an opportunity here. Easton on the ice for the Tigers as well on that far, or that might still be Preston. Nope, that is Easton, I believe. But Steven still working below the goal line. Tigers just trying to gain some possession of the puck so they can make some effective passes. Easton first to get there. Tried a DDD pass. Did Marshall. Nope, sorry, that's Tate. And that will go up into the netting for a face-off. 22 seconds left in this first period. A lot of really good things from these Tigers, but they just can't quite create the space in their zone to get a quality couple of chances. They've had some solid shots, but nothing that I think they wouldn't want to do a little bit better. For the Tigers, looks like they're going to move the face-off to center ice. Gavin, near side wing. Henry is taking the face-off. Back on defense, we've got Cruin. Boulder started coming this direction. Puck knocked off as Easton's going to take a look. He's got 10 seconds left on the clock, so just wants to keep it out of the zone if he can. Boulder able to gain the zone. Cruin's going to battle on the boards to prevent any opportunities as we count 3, 2, and 1. A lot of good jump from these boys today. If they keep up this effort, it should pay off as we head into the second period. So cold. First period, they just got to create better opportunities.
Yeah. It looks like they were scrambling rather than trying to actually put something together.
Yeah.
These,
A little frantic.
yeah, these refs got their phones on silent though. Missing calls left and right.
That's pretty standard. It's surprising they called the one they did based on everything else that's going on.
The nasty one right here against the boards. That was a little off purpose, a little obvious.
Let them play, I guess.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah, we never get. At this point, we should just play with no refs.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stay up here. I can see better. I'm going to go over here, though, so I can see jersey numbers. They're letting them play.
I figured out, apparently I saw with the sertich it just decided to switch whose internet is bad. So I saw it's good. Now here I had to use my personal hotspot.
Sounds like the internet might have been a little rough for you there in that period. Hopefully we got it figured out. We're connected to a hotspot now, so hopefully we're consistent for this 16 minutes in the second period. Players ready to go, refs not. Looks like starting this second period for the Tigers is going to be Easton, Henry, and AJ with Josh and Jared back on defense. And the refs have decided they've had enough of a break, so they'll drop the puck. Not confident that's AJ on the far side wing. We'll get confirmed. But Jared gets a puck, dumps it into the end. That's Brody on that far side D, doing a great job flashing in and getting the puck off the stick for Boulder. Now that battling in the corner is Easton and Henry. Easton pinned to the boards, Henry trying to dig out. Boulder's got 3 players down there to Tigers 2, and the extra man pays off as that puck comes loose and they head the other direction with control. Jared steers the puck carrier into the near boards. That was Easton trying to find someone at center ice for the breakout, but missed, and so Boulder able to maintain the zone. Puck goes up the boards, Josh turns it and gets that up the boards. Brody not able to get that one, but I believe that was Henry that could. Gets it across to Easton, who's going to gain the zone as Henry goes for a change. Steven onto the ice for the Tigers along with Hunter. As Hunter gets that and gets a shot toward the net, goes wide near side. Boulder able to gain possession and take it back up ice. Steered wide there as Josh pins the puck carrier to the boards below the net. Puck carried up by Steven. And Steven not able to get it out of the zone, so Boulder back in deep. That one goes off the side of the cage. Jared turns and looks. Slows down the puck carrier the second time as he lifts that back to the far side. Hunter gathers, sends it up ice toward Jack, who'd come onto the net ice for Tigers defense. Steven able to collect that, but again, just can't quite get it across the blue line. Landon's going to eat up that puck for a face-off in front of him. Fresh 5 headed onto the ice for the Tigers. Will be AJ. Colton out there as well. I believe we'll have Tate on your near side D, as that's one toward the center. Tigers able to knock it out. That's Miles as your other wing on the ice. So Miles, AJ, that's an offside. So we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. It is Miles, AJ as your wingers, Colton as your center, Tate on defense with Jax. That puck sent into the Boulder end of the ice. Colton pressuring. Collects the puck, has time. If the boys can settle down just a little bit, it'd pay off for him here. AJ had that, twisted it to center ice, and Boulder was there waiting for it. That kicked off of Colton's skate, and now down into the zone for Boulder. Feels a bit like the boys have the energy, have the speed today, but they're playing just a little bit ahead of themselves. They need to take a bit of a deep breath and realize when they've got some time to create, as AJ gets that puck and sends it up ice. He's going to try and go get it himself. Goalie covers, and oh, there we go. So AJ's energy gets in. Goalie can't cover it up. Colton able to skate in, sweep it into the net. So that'll be, I'm sure there was a second assist there, but for sure it'll be assisted by AJ. Colton goal to make it 1-0 Tigers. With 13 minutes and 11 seconds left in this second period, your Tigers take the lead. Marshall and Cruin back on defense. It's going to be Preston on your near side wing with Gavin on your far side wing. Center, I believe, is Henry, and is. As Cruin gathers that puck, he's going to get it up as far as he can and send it down into the Tigers' end of the ice. Let Preston and Henry try and collect. They can't, but that comes right back to Cruin, who's going to send it toward the net. This is Preston working along the boards. Boulder able to sweep it off his stick and send it around to the far side. Gavin with the stick lift, able to keep possession for the Tigers, or at least hold the zone for the Tigers for now. Preston able to battle there again to keep the zone for the Tigers, gets it deep into the corner, is having a hard time finding space, does get it to the far side. And now up to Cruin, who sends it in toward the net, battling there and sent out. and all the way down the ice for an icing. Easton already on the ice and ready for the face-off for the Tigers. He's going to be joined on defense by Josh and Jared, helping him up front. Steven's going to take the face-off with Brody on his left side. Easton on his right. Easton decides he wants to be on the left side, sends Brody in front of the net. That puck is twisted back by Boulder, and they're going to go below the goal line, chip up off the boards, but now sweeping it back low. He sees space center ice, and good opportunity there, but not able to sweep it off the stick was Easton. So sent back into the zone. Tigers are going to have to go gather that below the goal line. Steven jumped. Boulder able to get it up the boards as Easton now working along the boards. That comes out of the zone. Jared going to go across, collect it on the far side. Sends that up towards Steven, comes back to Jared. Jared just trying to get it out of the zone there, and finally do get out of the zone. Boulder has the puck though, and able to get in, but not deep, as Cruin sends that up towards center ice. Steven and Brody pressuring there. Boulder able to send it up. They can make the cross ice pass. Comes off the boards. Boulder gains the zone, turns it back up. Stick gets in the way, but does make it across to the Boulder defenseman, who sends it back across ice. Josh able to collect the puck, sweeps it backwards. Boulder collects briefly, knocked off his stick. D-to-D pass there works. And swept toward Landon, who's going to stop the puck for a face-off. Tigers are going to send on some fresh skaters. Looks like it's going to be Hunter. I believe Tate headed out on defense. Looks like Hunter, Miles, and Colton are going to be your forwards. Tate and Jax are going to be your defensemen, as Colton set to take the drop. The back ref didn't like what he saw, so we'll try that again. As Boulder wins that back, it's along the boards here. Colton and Tate working to get the puck. Colton does come away with it. He's headed up ice, was pestered from behind, so turnover there. Boulder able to sweep it in. Tate collects it, chips that up toward Miles. Miles gloves it down, but loses possession. Sent towards center ice. Good opportunity here for Boulder, who sends it just wide of the net. Colton going to send that up and out of the zone for the Tigers, so Hunter going to go have to pressure the puck carrier. He's helped by Miles. Back and forth goes the puck. Tate has it, chips it out, and Boulder regathers. Tate not able to step to that one, but it works. He got it off the puck long enough for Jax to gather, chip it up the boards. So Boulder again going to have to regain the zone. Jax gets it, creating space, turns it back up toward the boards, and he's going to come right at you. Jack's able to send that up ice to Hunter, who was waiting at center ice and made the touch, so it won't be an icing. Onto the ice on defense is Jack, and he pressures the puck. So right now Jack and Tate are your defensemen, as Hunter, Jack may be playing up front today actually. So Jack, looks like Jack is playing as a wing right now. And he's going to turn that. Sticked it up as Boulder has to wait. They had a man down in the zone, so couldn't gain without being offsides. That goes into Hunter's shins, and he sends it deep into the zone. A couple Tigers going for a change. Tate pressuring the puck carrier. Jack now working on the boards. AJ's going to skate into the corner. Centering pass there, really nice. Gavin gets the shot, pushes the puck toward net, but sent wide. So great opportunity created there as the puck comes back to Tate. He's going to skate center ice, chip that up toward Henry, who's on at center. Boulder just misses on that, but then Henry can't collect it either. So the puck hard to possess today. As that comes out, AJ jumps toward it. Can't quite beat the Boulder player, but his great centering pass there to Jack on the backside. Jack just couldn't quite get the puck settled for the shot. Jack now pressuring. Puck going into the corner. Boulder sweeps it back to Jack. That comes up the boards. Marshall able to hold the zone and send it below the goal line. AJ gets there. That puck squirts back to, I believe that might be Preston on the ice now, possibly Henry. I see a 2 to start the number. That is Preston back checking there. A solid effort by the Boulder player, and that puck sent up into the netting behind the goal. So Gavin on the ice with Preston. They'll be joined by Jared and Josh on defense. Center is going to be Steven. Puck drops, swept back below the goal line. Jared goes to collect it, sends it back toward Josh. Josh pinned to the boards, so Steven works over. Boulder has possession of the puck. Try the centering pass, but Jared there waiting for it. And the puck does find its way up to the blue line. Gavin skates it out of the zone. He's going to gain along the boards. Swept off his stick, but he collects in the corner. Can't find Steven on that pass. So Boulder's going to send that up and out. They say it touched Josh, and so no icing. Jared's going to collect it. Finds Gavin on this side. Gavin had time. He was looking for the cross ice pass. Takes the hit. And Boulder sends it back into the zone. They will say that is icing. 7:07 left in this second period. Tigers do have the 1-0 lead as they take the face-off in front of the net. Marshall Brody on the ice for the Easton Brody on the ice for the Tigers with Colton at center. Back on defense is going to be Tate and Jax. Colton able to win that back to Jax. Jax just misses on the puck, and so the Tigers going to have to regroup. Jax buys enough time to regain the zone. He's got it along the boards. Colton stepped back into that defensive position, and he's able to chip it back up deeper into the boards. Easton and Jax were working along the boards there. Boulder did come away briefly. Pass sent across to the far side here, so Brody going to turn, look, gets that to Colton. Colton backhands it, and the goalie able to cover that one up. We'll have a change on defense. It's going to be Cruin and Marshall. Marshall on your near side, Cruin on the far side. Colton set to take the face-off. Easton says, I want to be in front of the net this time, and sends Brody to the boards. Puck dropped hard. Easton swung at that one and just sent it wide of the net. Colton steps to it, tries to get the centering pass there. Went off the Boulder skater's foot, and so Boulder able to work the breakout. Cruin and Marshall go to work. Easton on the back check, but Boulder able to sweep that to the far near side D. That puck sent wide near side. Marshall's working on the boards here, just trying to get it out of the zone, and Colton now picks up the pressure, but Boulder able to send that deep. Cruin had it, tapped it back into the corner. Puck below the goal line here. Boulder tried to sweep that back to the D, and eventually do get it there. The D-man slaps it back in, and that's going to be a cross-ice pass attempt that doesn't quite find its home. Easton turns and swings, misses that one. Colton's just going to backhand that one into the zone and go for a change. Brody, Colton both going for the change. Defense now is Marshall on your near side, Jared on the far side. That is an offsides, and so the Tigers will finish the change. Miles headed out onto the ice up front. It'll be Miles and Hunter with Henry as their center. Jared and Josh, I believe, are your defensemen. One to the side there by Henry, slapped into the zone by Hunter, and Hunter and Henry working together to head toward the goalie, who's going to cover that up and give us a face-off in the zone. Boulder able to tap that back and collect the puck. They're coming through center ice with speed, but that is an offsides. Puck one to the boards. Miles turns and gets that up ice to Henry. Henry sends it into the zone. Boulder has it. Have to turn it back and send that up back to neutral ice. Josh tried to send that across to Miles, but a good stick by the Boulder player to get the puck into the other end of the ice where he's pressured by Jared in the corner. Puck comes out to center ice. A couple players overskate it, but Henry able to poke that up ice. Boulder sends it back into the zone, so Tigers again are going to have to work the breakout as Josh is pinched off the play there. Now Miles knocked down. Josh picks up the pressure again as he's broken free. And that's Hunter able to poke that out before getting knocked down. Miles is going to shovel that backhand into the Tiger zone. Can't hold the zone though, so Josh turns, sends a D-to-D pass that Jared is able to poke further into the neutral zone. Boulder is going to shovel that into their end of the ice and go for a change. So Jared's got some time to do something with the puck. That breakout works. Steven onto the ice at center is going to gain the zone for the Tigers. Can't quite get the shot there as Miles goes for the change. AJ onto the ice for the Tigers. Boulder makes that pass, tries the centering pass there, can't do it. So Jack on your other wing, able to get it up the boards on the far side. Jack and Steven working to gain possession here. Puck loose, still on the boards. Jack doing great work, able to sweep it out. AJ gets the puck and sends that just high of the net, rims around near side boards. Steven able to get over there, and now Jack steps to it on the boards. Boulder able to send it to the far side. AJ picks up the pressure there, and a good stick by him, but Boulder able to regroup, recollect, and send that up to center ice. Boulder gains the zone, sends it below the goal line. On defense are Tate and Jax. That's Tate on the far side. This puck collected by Jax. Steven turns, looks, sends it up the boards to Jack. Jack gets it out to AJ. And that will be a penalty on Boulder. Tigers headed for their first power play of the day, with 2:51 in this second period. Tigers are going to have the man advantage. Onto the ice for the Tigers to try and get the power play goal is going to be Colton, Brody, Henry, Josh, and Easton. Colton able to win that to Brody. Brody gets it back to Henry. Henry sends it toward the net. Colton can't quite get there, and so Boulder headed the other direction briefly. They do get it out to center ice. Tigers will have to regroup. Henry's going to take the time and gain the zone. Sends it into the player in front of him, who deflects it up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. Colton wins that to the far side, comes right back to him. He sweeps it across center, nobody there to tap that in. So now Henry going to work with the space he's got, tries to find center ice, and Boulder able to just knock it off his stick. Tiger's going to have to regroup. Josh is buying time in center ice, able to gain the zone. Below the goal line is Josh, letting his team get to where they want to be. Sends that back to Henry. Henry sends that toward the net. Goalie had to fight that off. Puck comes down in front of the net. Brody just not quite able to get there, and so now sent back. Tigers going to have to regroup. We are at 53 seconds left on the power play for the Tigers. Colton gains his zone, tries the centering pass, but Boulder there to tap that out. And a bit dangerous here as Boulder had just made a change, and that player behind the play able to get to that puck first. He's going to eat up power play time here in the Tigers' end of the ice. But at this point, Boulder looking pretty darn good with the shorthand. Finally, Tigers able to get it up ice. Jacks onto the ice on defense, able to get that, sweeps it across, and the Tigers do score on the power play. There were 11 seconds left on this power play. That'll make it 2-0 Tigers with 1:01 in the second period. It looks like that goal was Cruin stepping up and putting the puck in the back of the net. Looking to keep the energy flowing for the Tigers is going to be Miles and AJ on their wings, Steven at center, Tate back on defense with Jacks. Puck stays where it's at. AJ jumps to it, pokes it back toward the Boulder defense, and AJ finishes the contact there. That puck comes out of the zone, so that'll be a face-off. AJ wishes it wouldn't be. I think he saw some space in front of him and wanted to head down to the other end of the ice and take a shot. But with 46 seconds left in the second period, we'll see if the Tigers can create another opportunity. Puck stays where it's at. It's right there on the dot as a bunch of sticks skate in to try and sweep it. Boulder able to gain the zone. And Landon gloves that one down. 38 seconds left in this second period. Tate was pushing the Boulder player away, had one of his own teammates come over and say, hey, let's not get any dumb penalties. Coach is going to send out a couple new defensemen here in Josh and Jared to finish out this period. Boulder wins that back clean, but then just tries to throw it in deep as he was getting some pressure. Able to collect on that far side is Boulder. Being pestered there by the Tigers player. They are able to get a centering pass and just miss on the near side as that puck squirted through with 20 seconds left. Tigers need to finish out this period. Miles able to get that out. There's Josh on the puck, able to sweep that up to AJ. AJ gains the zone. And that will do it for this second period. Your Tigers with the lead 2-0, scoring in that second period with 11 seconds left on a power play. So the man advantage works out. We'll see if we can add to that lead in this third. Right here is where the wind is blowing. It's not blowing as much, right? It was blowing right there. At this sertich rink, the trick is always finding a spot to sit where the wind isn't blowing right on you. They keep it nice and cool. But as we head to this third period, it's going to be Brody on your near side wing. Again, here we are with the skaters ready to go, but the refs not. It's going to be Easton on your far side wing, Henry in the center, Crew in our most recent goal scorer, back on defense with Marshall. One to the side by Henry, couldn't collect it, could Brody. Boulder able to send that up and into the zone. Crew collects, skates below the net, goes to the far side. Boulder battling there, able to possess the puck, gets a centering pass, but Henry able to sweep that off the stick and head the other direction. Henry shoots that, left for a rebound. Easton couldn't quite get there. Boulder now skates it, sends it to this near side. Miss on the pass. Cruin gathers it off the board, sends it across to his defensive partner in Marshall, up the ice there. Nice breakout by the Tigers, creates an opportunity for Henry, who gets it in, tries to get it near side. Goalie there waiting. New skaters on the ice for the Tigers. Gets it coming in fresh on the change. Preston and Hunter doing a great job holding the zone. Jackson Tate back on defense. Hunter on that was Steven and Preston on the ice. Hunter now joins them. So Preston gets that to Tate. Tate across to Jax. Jax sends it up. Briefly taken by Boulder and now pinned to the boards. Steven and Hunter working hard to get that puck down the ice. And it does get into the Tigers' end, but Boulder has possession. Preston trying to take that away and does. Flashing there is Hunter, and that was in. I thought that was in. I think the ref is saying it was off the far side post, or this near side post. Looked like a 3-0 there for me, but refs are talking it over. As it stands, they're saying no goal. And then skate over to the Boulder bench. Not sure what the conversation is, but it does look like we're ready for a puck drop in the zone. Colton in center, AJ on the near side wing. Back on defense is Josh and Jared. So they do say no goal there. As that's one across, I believe, to Gavin on your far side wing. Josh able to hold the zone, had AJ in front of him, now turns it back to Colton. Colton takes the shot, rebound left, backhand opportunity for Gavin, and just can't find the net, but the Tigers are swarming a little bit here. They want that third goal on the board with 13:56 in the third period. Again, your forwards are Colton in center with AJ near side, Gavin far side. Defense is Josh and Jared as Colton wins out to Gavin. AJ below the goal line gets the centering pass to Colton. Colton taps in for goal number 3, 13:50. You felt that one coming. These boys were hungry to add to that lead. So I believe that's going to be a Gavin to AJ to Colton for the goal. Tigers up 3-0, 13:50 in the third period. Tigers taking care of business. Onto the ice, Miles, Easton, Henry. Back on defense, still Josh and Jared as Josh sends that up the boards for Easton to go collect. Easton can't quite get there, but Henry does. Henry sends that back for Jared, who's going to send that up toward Miles, who makes a nice touch pass to Henry. Henry skates into traffic, loses possession, skates across and regains, gets it into the zone, but tapped back out by Boulder. Josh buys time, sends across to Miles. Miles puts that toward the net, sent into the near side corner by the goalkeeper. And battling there is Easton, able to get the puck towards center ice. Miles has it, turns, shoots, doesn't get through traffic. Holding the zone there is Josh. Josh turns, looks, sends it in, loose again in front, and finally Boulder able to settle the puck and get it out of the zone with some speed. Jared steps up to the puck carrier, and that puck bounces back the other direction. Miles sweeps to Steven, who's fresh on the ice. He's got space in front of him, but he's going to create time so that his teammates can join him in the action here. Marshall onto the ice at defense with Cruin. Back check there effective for the Tigers as Easton stopped the puck going the other direction and then goes and makes a change. Preston onto the ice for the Tigers on this near side wing, battling on the boards. Finishes the contact there. He's joined by Hunter. And so your forwards are Hunter, Steven, and Preston. As Hunter gains the zone, puck swept into the corner. Hunter sweeps it toward the center. Preston just loses his skates. Hunter sends it across center ice, the far side there. Boulder is waiting, send it across ice, and that's not nicing. Cruin gets it, sends it across to his defensive partner. Nice breakout here for the Tigers. Doesn't quite, they do say comes out of the zone and an offsides for Boulder with 12:02 in the third. AJ on the ice with Jack as the other wing, Colton as the center, so a couple out there that just connected on that last goal. Your defense is looking to be Jax and Tate. So we knew Tate was going to be back on defense today. Looks like they did move Jack up to wing to offset that. And so the two that just changed positions on the ice at the same time as Tate working below the goal line. Now Jack's pressuring in the corner. Boulder able to create some space here. And Jack with a nice little stick tap forces Boulder to have to regain the zone. They do maintain possession, and as 45 for Boulder skates into traffic, falls down, Tigers able to gather the puck, but again, just can't quite get it out of the zone. Brody picking up the pressure here. Boulder makes the centering pass. That gets all the way through back to the blue line. They send it to the near side boards, sweep that now to the far side. So it's Colton, Brody, and Jack on the ice for the Tigers as we've been pinned in our end here for just a bit. Finally does come out. Colton working. Brody going to send that in for a change for the Tigers. This is Gavin pressuring on the far end as the rest of the Tigers also making a change. Gavin, Hunter, AJ now onto the ice for the Tigers. Josh skates up, sends that to AJ, makes a move, and that will be offsides as Henry had gone across. He anticipated AJ having clean entry. AJ just couldn't quite get there. The Boulder player stepped in front of him. So it's Henry on the faceoff, Josh and Jared back on defense, Gavin on the far side wing, AJ on the near. One back to the Boulder defense, but into the zone for the Tigers, so AJ and Henry working to maintain the zone. AJ pulls it out briefly, then does get knocked down. Josh gets that and sends it in on net. Goalie covers and recovers with 10:05 in this third period. We'll have a face-off in front of the Tigers' net. Henry swings, misses on the first attempt. Gavin skates in, tries to collect the puck. Puck sent to the boards. Gavin now gets it and swings it below the goal line. Henry rushes, gets there. AJ able to settle that puck, throws it at the net, but on the second chance, it's a goal by Gavin. So that will be goal number 4 for the Tigers, 9:50 in the third period. Tigers ahead 4-0. That'll be, I believe, a Henry to AJ to Gavin goal. Certainly AJ to Gavin, not sure about assist 2 on that goal. But Tigers well in control, sending out Hunter and Miles as your wings. Looks like Easton stepping in as center on this line, with Cruin and Marshall as your defensemen. Puck on the boards, Hunter working to pull that out, does get one back by Boulder, and the D pass to try and create space there. They send it back near side. Knocked off the stick there by Hunter. Easton trying to come the other direction. Hunter swings at it, can't make contact. Boulder able to maintain the possession, but can't get the puck through. And that'll be a trip on Boulder. Tigers headed back to the power play with 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third period. End this game. Tigers looking to extend their lead with the man advantage. Coach sending out power play 1, which is going to be Easton Brody. And it looks like, yeah, boys had a little last minute coaching there, but it will be Easton, Brody, Colton, Josh, and Henry. Colton wins that to Brody. Brody sends to Josh. Josh to Henry. Henry sends it toward the net. Goalie able to cover that up. So good, quick creation there by the Tigers to try and get a quick goal on this power play. Really strong puck movement there. Boulder able to lift that out and send it down to the other end, but that is for an icing. Peer pressure works. Colton wins that. Back to Brody. Brody gets it to Henry. Henry looks, sends it toward the net, but not all the way through traffic. So in the near corner here, Boulder able to get there first, but Easton able to get there in time to keep the puck right where it's at. Brody now battling along with Henry. Boulder able to get that up the boards and skate it the other direction. Tigers going to have to go the length of the ice on this power play as Josh collects, looks at his options. Backhand pass there to Henry. Henry can't get there before Boulder does, but the Boulder skater loses his feet. So Henry able to sweep that to Brody. Brody takes the contact, gains his own, but Boulder steps in and now just going to nonchalantly get it into the zone as they're eating up as much time as they can. And this is going to be another penalty, this time on the Tigers, I believe an interference on Josh. So we'll skate 4-on-4, 8:13 on the clock, 1:04 left on the initial penalty to Boulder, and then they'll go on the power play for about 56 seconds. So starting off the 4-on-4 here does look to be AJ and Steven. Defense, I believe, is Jax and Jared, as Jared takes that behind the net to create some space. And he will, Jared, take it up the ice. Runs out of some space, tries to get it up to Steven as Boulder just sends it back the other direction. Now Jax will try and get it the other direction for the Tigers. Jax able to create some space again on that far side, taps it to Steven. Steven overskates the puck there a little bit, but recovers, puts pressure on the puck carrier. Boys need to realize this is 4-on-4 hockey as Steven sends that toward the net. Great solid shot there. AJ battling on your near side boards. AJ able to get it. Oh, and AJ off the far post. So now we've hit Hunter on the near side post, AJ on the far side post. AJ coming for a change. It's going to be Miles taking his spot in this 4-on-4 as we're just about to go to the penalty kill for the Tigers. There's 2 seconds remaining on the clock, and then Boulder will be on the power play. So coach will send out the penalty kill unit. It's going to be Miles, Marshall, Easton, and Henry. Puck 1 to the boards. Tigers now officially on the penalty kill as Miles is going to take this puck the length of the ice. Oh, and that will be a penalty. And so we'll go 4-on-4 yet again. Ref calling that a cross check. So good effort by Miles, draws the penalty and keeps it even strength, though a man down for both teams. Out there for the Tigers is going to be Miles, who just drew that penalty for the Tigers. He's going to skate in front of the net. Easton going to take the face off. Marshall back on defense with Henry. Puck comes center ice. Boulder able to collect it. And Henry there in front of the puck carrier. Boulder takes the shot. Landon able to send that to the side. And so Henry will take it up ice. And Boulder going to take another penalty. Tigers will go man advantage, 4-on-3. That is a trip, I believe. So Tigers with the man advantage for, let's see, there's 26 seconds left on their penalty. So it could be a 5-on-3 here in 26 seconds if we don't score before then. But right now it is a 4-on-3. Coach going to send out AJ and Steven up front. Jax and I believe that's Tate as your other defenseman. Easton is out there. Easton and Steven with AJ and Jax. As Easton gains the zone for the Tigers here with the 4-on-3 advantage. Boys just got to settle down here. They are now 5-on-3 for 1:10. And then, so Stevens pressuring the puck. Boys, not sure if they realize they've got the 5-on-3 advantage here, as they're letting Boulder have lots of time.
Catch him!
Finally, Jax knocks him off. Cruin back on defense. Jack's able to collect, and now we'll see if the boys can figure out that they've got two. AJ taps it to Easton. Easton sends it to Cruin. AJ gonna go for a change here. Henry tries to skate and get an opportunity created. As Jax turns it, Brody onto the ice for the Tigers. Easton off, Miles on. Jax gets the shot there. Tigers are going to have the 5-on-3 advantage for another 15 seconds and then 34 seconds of on the second penalty. So hopefully they'll take advantage of the two extra skaters they've got here. Colton going to take the drop. We've got Josh back on defense with Miles on wing. That comes to Brody. Brody to Josh. Josh now to Cruin. Cruin's going to send it wide, far side. That off the boards. Centering pass there. Cruin sweeps it. Colton tries to lift that to the top of the net, and that's going to go to the netting. Behind the goal, it is now 5-on-4 for 18 seconds. Not what we would have hoped to have seen. In some of the confusion created with these penalties, the boys just kind of looked a bit out of sorts. 4:57 in the third period. Tigers up 4-0. Colton going to take the drop with Miles in front of the net. That comes back to Josh on defense, who's going to use his body to create space. Drops the pass for Cruin. Cruin takes a great shot. Gets through. Goalie has to fight it off. Brody working on the boards with Miles. As Boulder's about to have the man come out of the box, and now we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Boulder gaining the zone. Josh steers him wide. Landon fights off that shot. Henry picks up the puck, taps it to Brody, taps it back to Miles. Miles gets it back up ice. Brody and Josh going to go for a change as Cruin pressures the puck below the goal line on this far end. Miles gets in, and Boulder able to sweep the puck out. Gavin fresh onto the ice, turns the puck carrier, who sends it across near side. That puck does get through. Landon able to fight that off. Bouncy puck sent the other direction by the Tigers. 4 minutes left to play in this game. Gavin pressures. Boulder able to gain the zone. Send it back to the defense, and Boulder scores making it 4-1 with 3:48 in this third period. Boulder working to get back into this game late. Tigers have to keep the pressure on here. Stephen, Gavin, and Preston are going to be up front as the boys talk it over before the drop. Jax is your defenseman with Tate. Puck's still there. Gavin pressuring. Makes it hard for Boulder to get it the other direction, and that's Tate sweeping it into the Tigers zone. Steven going to hustle down there and try and get the puck below the goal line. Just loses his skates, went in awkward. Preston will pick up the pressure on the far side. So Preston and Steven now working in the corner. Steven currently has that puck pinned to the boards. And Steven okay with just burning some clock, and that's not a bad idea when you got a 3-goal lead, is keep the puck in your end. Puck does come out. Preston now there. Steven jumps right back into that action. Puck comes out, and now Boulder the other direction. He tries to backhand it and finds his skater on the far end of the ice. Steven pressuring. Boulder shovels it in, but Jack's there waiting, sends it across ice to Tate. Tate taps the puck up. That gets to Gavin, who gains the zone. That puck deflected high. Doesn't get through for a shot there, and now Boulder the other direction. Easton onto the ice with Henry for the Tigers as Boulder gains the zone. D-to-D pass there, send it in. Does not get through traffic. Kicked down in front by Marshall, who's on at defense. This is Henry skating up ice, chips it up the boards. Boulder with possession at center ice, sends it back in, and that's an offside. 2:15 left to go in this game. Tigers should be just fine, but they do have to finish. Hunter on your near side wing. Henry taking the face off. Back on defense is Cruin. And he goes and gets that puck. Skates it below the goal line, tried to turn back, but Boulder there making it hard to do. Hunter able to pull that puck out and skate it up ice. Passes up to Easton. Easton across to Henry. Henry's going to gain the zone. Drop pass there for Easton. Easton sends it below the goal line, under 2 minutes to play. Hunter taps it back, but Boulder was there waiting for it. Sends it up the boards to the far side. Hunter able to cut off that pass. Cruin now sends across. Sent toward Hunter, who can't pull that in, but it is in the right end of the ice for the Tigers. Boulder trying to work the breakout, make the centering pass, can't do it. Cruin collects. Attacking Boulder player comes, but Cruin fights off that contact. Puck now just sent near side. Colton ties up the puck carrier. Cruin sends it across to AJ, who's fresh onto the ice for the Tigers. AJ scoops that toward the net, and the goalie going to cover that up for a face-off with 1:10 left in this game. On the ice for the Tigers are Cruin, AJ, Jared, Josh, and Jack. Jared and Josh back on defense. Jack on your far side wing, AJ on your near side. Colton going to take the face-off, wins that back to Jared. Jared turns, sends it up the boards. Jack was there, couldn't quite gather the puck that I think Jared was just kind of throwing up the boards. So it was a little bit harder pass than Jack was expecting. But here, Jared sends it up. Colton finds AJ. AJ gets it in. Backhand shot goes wide for AJ. Comes out that far side. Can't collect, can AJ. AJ finishes the check there. Backhands to Colton. Comes to the near side boards as we're 36 seconds left in this game. Tigers looking to add one more goal here if they can. Josh skates, sends that across to Jared. Jared up to Jack. Jack loses his skates, but puck into the Tigers zone. AJ making a change onto the ice for the Tigers is Brody. And Brody gets a stick on that one. Colton sweeps it into the corner as we count to 10 seconds left in this game. Tigers just happy to keep it on the far end of the ice. And that will do it for this game. Tigers come out with the victory 4-1 against the Boulder Rough Riders. Overall, a solid effort put together by the boys. A little bit of a flat shift cost them 1 goal, but outside of that, a solid start to finish. Could clean up that 5-on-3 power play, but sometimes in those situations when you got some of our guys in the box, some of their guys in the box, lines get shuffled up and confused, and that can create some confusion for the boys as to where they're supposed to be at any given moment in that shift. So we'll blame it on that. Otherwise, pleased with the effort, start to finish. We'll see you at the next game.